Mabuhay and welcome to our class, Accommodation and Operation Management. So for today's discussion, I'll be talking about the environmental management for hotels. So this is the industry guide to sustainable operation. So just like what we talked about a few years ago or even weeks ago, that sustainability is very important, especially on our industry, which is the tourism industry. So we all know that tourism is highly susceptible. Tourism is highly vulnerable to different kinds of situations such as disaster, climate change, environmental changes, and so on. So, we have to talk about how important sustainability is, especially to our industry. So, we've talked about that sustainability or sustainable management is about using the resources, but you have to use it responsibly. Okay, so that the future generations can also use it wisely and they can still live with it throughout the years. So now, how can we define environmental management? Okay, so first and foremost, environmental management is basically a type of management from the word itself. So there is a sense of planning, organizing, controlling, directing, but it has something to do with your interaction and impact of human societies on the environment. So basically, kapag sinabi nating environmental management, there is a sense of environmental considerations. Okay? So, yung araw-araw na ginagawa ng mga companies sa mga sarili nilang lodging establishment, example, mga hotels, motels, inns, okay, mga villas, resort. So, basically, yun ay kinoconsider, pinag-aaralan siya. Okay? So, yung environmental considerations, like for example, yung paggamit ng water supply, paggamit ng energy, paggamit or pagsasaayos nila ng mga waste segregation. For example, how do they conserve the air? How do they purchase their resources? Paano sila nag-ooperate on a day-to-day basis? And paano nila minimake sure na yung food purchasing nila ay in consideration with this environmental management. So, ang environmental management, it helps us to have a policy. Okay? So, kung paano tayo makakapag-comply sa mga government regulations in order for us to mitigate or prevent yung tinatawag na mga legislations. Okay? So, yung mga liabilities natin na kung saan in the future, kapag hindi natin practice yung environmental management, yung sustainability, po pwede tayong magkaroon ng problem with regards sa mga batas. So in short, pwede tayong makasuhan. And then therefore, our companies will be having this kind of bad reputation to the public. So in this lesson, we will also talk about the different sectors, which is the policy management. We will talk about environmental management with regards to the energy, water, waste, air, food, purchasing, hazardous, refurbishment, and wider responsibilities. But first, let's start with the policy management. So why is it important that we have policy? Okay, so bakit ba mahalaga na meron tayong kino-consider na policy? Okay, so basically, a policy is about having the certain rules. It is basically a statement na kung saan dito natin pakikita yung implementation ng procedure and protocol. Okay? So kapag may policies, we can be able to follow the rules. Kaya alam natin na meron tayong sinusunod na mga rules, na procedure. So merong system. Okay? So may sistema tayo na pwedeng sundin. So with regards to the policy management, according sa research, it is basically the way a company creates, communicates, and maintains its rules and guidelines. So basically, a policy, ito yung ating guiding principles. So kapag may policy tayo, we can be able to have a basis. Okay, may basihan tayo para makapag-desisyon tayo ng maayos across our organization. Okay? So, syempre, ang pag-create ng policy, merong effect yan sa operation ng company natin. So, first, our planet is our responsibility. So, ano yung masasabi natin about it? That our planet is our responsibility. So, basically, that is correct. So, we are living in our planet Earth. So, it is our sole responsibility to take care of our planet, to take care of our home. So now, policy and management. Ano yung relevance nito sa sinasabi nating our planet and our responsibility? So sabi dyan, in order to establish a successful environmental program, you need to be clear about why you are introducing it and to ensure that your staff are fully in support. So since we are talking about policy management, okay? So it is very important na bago mo to i-introduce sa sarili mong company, sa isang hotel company, okay? Dapat siguraduhin mo muna na yung mga nakapaligid sa'yo, yung subordinates mo, yung administration, at yung mga staffs mo ay susuportahan ka sa gagawin mong environmental program. Okay? Because you cannot do it alone. For example, you are the CEO of this company. You have several plans para mas ma-conserve yung environment for you to be able to sustain your hotel. But then again, you cannot make it possible kung walang suporta galing sa mga staffs mo or even your subordinates. So you need a full support, not a partial, not a 10% support, but a full support of your administration. So, para mag-work. Okay? So, para magkaroon ng further continuation yung plano mo. So, sabi dyan, when you implement a policy management, so, mas magagawan mo ng paraan kung paano mo maa-address yung mga issues na may kinalaman sa hotel management mo. You can be able to monitor at i-improve yung performance ng hotel mo on a day-to-day, week-to-week, or even a year-to-year basis. So, building a new environmental culture will involve the following. So, para makapag-adapt, para makapag-create ka ng bagong culture within your workplace, specifically environmental culture, it will involves the following. So, communicating to the staff. So, sabi natin kanina, you need the full support of your staff. So, how will you be able to get their full support? By having a clear communication. Okay? So, this will involve your guests. So, syempre, sabi natin, di ba? Sino ba ang nagpapatronize? Sino ba ang pumupunta sa mga hotels, sa mga resorts, sa mga inns in order for them to have their day-to-day operation? So, yung mga guests natin, yung mga clients natin. And of course, we need to consider our stakeholders. So, sabi natin during our discussion in events management, stakeholders, this involves the community, the society, yung iba't ibang companies, the LGUs, and even yung mga tao mismo na nakatira doon sa community. Okay? So, those are the sectors that you need in order for you to build a new environmental culture. Another thing, kasama din dito yung mga investors. 'Di ba kapag nagtayo ka ng isang business, at gusto mo ng mga taong susuporta sa business mo, gusto mo ng mga taong magiging ka-affiliate or ka-partner mo, then therefore you need to seek out for reliable and credible investors. Your shareholders, okay, your bank manager, yung mga suppliers na kukunin mo, suppliers for your furnitures, suppliers mo para sa mga food supplies, suppliers ng mga gagamitin sa housekeeping such as for example mga bathroom amenities, soap, conditioner, shampoo, suppliers mo ng mga linens, ng mga towels, and of course members of your local community. So lahat ng mga yan ay dapat involve, okay, sa iyong gagawing environmental culture or sa policy management na gagawin mo. So, why have an environmental management program? So, bakit nga ba mahalaga na ang isang hotel, ang isang accommodation, ay merong environmental management program na sinusunod? Okay? So, first and foremost, to be clear, when you have this environmental management program, it will benefit your business. Okay, so what kind of benefits? So it will give your business a financial and competitive edge. So basically, you will grow financially. Okay, magkakaroon ka ng kita, you will earn a profit, and you will create a competitive edge. Ibig sabihin, what makes you different sa ibang mga type ng accommodation. So, meron kang kakaibang edge against them. So, your business will be better prepared to meet both future legislation and other external demands. So, when you have an environmental management program, then therefore, handa ka. Magiging handa ka sa mga future legislations. Okay? So, let's say for example, may mga upcoming or mga new laws na pinapatupad. Let's say for example, may biglaan kang naging kaso. Okay? So therefore, ahead of time, hindi pa man siya nangyayari, you can be able to forecast it. You can be able to resolve problems ahead of time. It's because you have this environmental management program. So may plano ka for that. So working systematically with environmental issues. So when you have an environmental management program, you can be able to address yung mga environmental issues. Okay, na kung saan alam naman natin na kapag may mga environmental issues, ito ay magastos. Okay, so in order to resolve them, magiging magastos, ano? So it can reduce cost. For example is energy and water consumption. So nowadays, example yung pinanood natin na Marina Bay Sands. Okay? Nakikita natin kung gaano karaming water supplies ang nagagamit nila on a day-to-day basis. Especially kapag naglalabas sila or may laundry services ng mga towels, ng mga linens ng mga guests. Nakita natin na dun sa kanilang Marina Bay Sands pool, walang limit yung pagkuha ng guests ng mga towels. So therefore, kung ang isang guest, kumukuha sila, nagre-request sila ng 2 to 3 towels, imagine the work of the laundry department, the housekeeping department, kung papaano nila yon lalaban. Okay? Given na kailangan nilang gumamit ng tons of water. Okay? So, in that way, we can be able to have this plan para sa water consumption. Especially sa mga chemicals na ginagamit natin, sa mga waste. Okay? So now, it also presents opportunities to distinguish your operation from other hoteliers. So when you have an environmental management program, kakaiba ka sa ibang mga hoteliers. It's because you give an emphasis, okay? So binibigyan mo ng kahalagahan yung environment. You don't just operate on a day-to-day basis just to earn money. Okay, just to earn profit, just to be famous sa industry. But rather, you have this concern sa environment na kung saan naroroon ka. Okay? So now, we have here several considerations. For example, climate change and other global environmental concerns. So when you have an environmental management policy or program, you can be able to address climate change. Okay? So sabi natin, climate change has been described by scientists and world leaders as the most dangerous and urgent challenge the world faces today. Example of climate change that we are currently experiencing is too much heat index. Okay? So sobrang init na sa panahon ngayon. Okay? Na kung saan hindi na natin magawan ng immediate solution. Paano ba natin ma-address yung too much heat? Okay? So, kaya dito, usually ang climate change, it also affects or kasama rin dito yung mga global warming. So, global warming, it is caused by human intervention and development. Yung emission ng mga greenhouse gases, 'di ba? Na kung saan nagre-release 'yon ng fossil fuels. Nagkakaroon ng deforestation, 'di ba? Forest fire. So, na kung saan nakakaapekto 'yon sa environment natin. So, there are other global environment challenges. Okay, example niyan, yung water pollution. Okay? So if we have an environmental management program, then we can have an access to clean water. Okay? So ma-address natin yung population overcrowding, yung overdevelopment, yung unsustainable food production. Okay, we can also have this kind of proper disposal ng mga hazardous materials. And we can also prevent yung spread ng mga non-biodegradable chemicals. So as you can see, at local level, yung mga issues na to, madali natin siyang magagawa ng paraan. Hindi man natin siya ma-mitigate or maalis ng agaran, but at least we have this environmental management program na pwedeng sundin. So another thing, hotels have an important role in improving the environmental or the environment for the future. So whether ang hotel mo ay maliit o malaki, merong burden na nilalagay yan sa environment. Okay? Whether ang business mo ay maliit, malaki, corporations man yan, small business man yan, medium scale man yan, it places a burden to our environment. Because we consume a lot of waste. Okay, we consume a lot of water, a lot of energy. Okay, yung mga transportation services na yan, it has mga gas emissions na kung saan it contributes to the climate change. So that is why a lot of hotels pinapractice na ngayon yung sustainability. Okay? So for example, sa mga hotels, sa mga bathrooms nila, merong mga nakalagay na mga post or mga reminders to conserve water. They're not using plastics as a packaging para sa mga bathroom amenities nila, but rather may isa silang mga lalagyan, mga bathroom, let's say, conditioner, shampoo, na meron lang mga sariling containers na dun na po pwedeng kumuha yung guest. Okay? So they're using eco-friendly materials. For example, mga eco-friendly toothbrush, okay, nagawa sa mga woods, and hindi siya agad-agad na nakakaapekto doon sa ating environment. So now, syempre we need to think of long term. Okay? So in order for us to address this climate change and other global environmental concerns. So, next is of course yung legal obligation. So, laging ganun, ano? So, it says here that legal obligation worldwide, environmental legislation is likely to become increasingly stringent and strictly enforced. So, what is important about legal obligation? So, tayo bilang halimbawa may-ari tayo ng isang hotel or isang accommodation, we have this so-called legal obligations. So, we need to be we need to be responsible pagdating sa mga actions natin. So, it will not lead to any liabilities or pananagutan at the end of the day. Especially kung meron ng mga legislations, no? So, sabi dyan, we need to comply with the international and national legislation. So, yung mga batas. Because failure to do so, sabi dyan, it can result to prosecution. It can result to fines and even imprisonment of senior executives and management. So, kung environmentally hindi tayo sumusunod sa mga batas, then therefore, pwede tayong makulong. Okay, pwedeng magkaroon ng mga trials, pwedeng magkaroon tayo ng fines, penalty, at mas worse pa is makulong. Okay, makulong yung mga senior executives at makulong yung mga staffs or even yung management. So, therefore, bilang responsible hotelier, diba, we need to adopt. We need to make sure that we also follow environmental legislation. So, for example, diba, if alam natin na bawal mag-cut ng trees nearby the areas para lang ma-extend yung hotel natin, then therefore, hindi natin yun dapat gawin. If we have plans para magkaroon ng extension yung property natin, knowing that yung katabing property ay mga natural resources or malapit tayo sa mga ecotourism sites, then therefore we need to seek first, okay, seek approval first as first the LGUs na concern if we can do it or not. So therefore we need to consider yung mga nakapaligid pa rin sa atin. So next, financial incentives. So kapag daw meron tayong environmental management program, of course, may mga financial benefits or mga financial incentives tayo na po pwedeng makuha. Okay? So sabi dyan, we can reduce the cost of utility bills by using resources more efficiently. Okay? So, yung ibang mga hotels, they make sure na 20% less energy and water through simple resource saving measures. Waste disposal costs will be lower. Okay? Paano magiging mababa yung waste disposal natin? If we use or if we do not use too much packaging. Okay? I-practice natin yung reusing of materials or even recycling ng mga materials natin. So, the cost of other products and services can be reduced by using what you purchase more efficiently. Investment made in environmental training. So, syempre, may incentives kang makukuha if you are trained. Okay? Kung meron kang mga trainings na in-undergo, na kung saan syempre yun ay may balik. Hindi lang knowledge yung kapalit nun, but rather expertise. Okay, sabi dyan, it can result in payback per team member of less than 6 months. So you will reduce your exposure to the risk. Okay? Being fined from failing to meet legislation. So yun nga, iniiwasan natin na makasuhan tayo at the end of the day. Anticipating legislation that may be forthcoming in the future will allow you to make the necessary investment on a planned basis. So, alam na natin yung mga batas. For example, pinag-aralan na natin yan. Then, therefore, since alam mo na may mga ganitong laws, you can prevent it ahead of time by investing on this so-called environmental management program. And of course, investors naturally want to minimize the risk of their investment. So, syempre, kung ako man ay mag-i-invest sa isang hotel, sa isang company, gusto ko minimal risk lang. Kasi kung mataas yung level ng risk, magdadalawang isip ako na mag-invest sa'yo. Baka at the end of the day, hindi ko makuha yung ROI o yung return of investment ko. So therefore, if you practice an environmental management program, if you implement it to your company, you can have this competitive position. So yung company mo, yung brand ng company mo, its reputation, sabi dyan, it's priceless. Kaya walang katumbas na halaga yun. Because yung reputation, you have to gain it all throughout the years. Okay? Hindi madaling mag-create or hindi madaling mag-establish ng reputation. It takes years para magkaroon ng magandang reputation or image yung isang company. And syempre, in just a blink of an eye, pwedeng mawala yun. And, ayun, it takes years to rebuild it again. So therefore, pahalagahan natin yun. Okay, so consumers' attitude have changed with the times and members of the traveling public are increasingly concerned about their impacts. So hindi na natin alam, yung mga clients ngayon, yung mga guests natin, they are more concerned of the environment. There are several guests, there are several travelers na mas gusto nilang mag-check-in na sa mga hotels na they know na pinapractice yung pagiging environmental friendly or yung eco-friendly na tinatawag. Okay? So, we call those companies as smart companies. Okay? So, smart not just in a sense na nag-iisip sila, but rather they are smart in every way na ino-operate nila yung kanilang company. Okay? So therefore, if we as a company, as a hotel, practice environmental management program and we implement a good policy management, then therefore we can attract and retain staffs. Okay? So maiengganyo natin yung mga future employees and professionals na mag-apply sa atin. At pag nag-apply sila sa atin, we can be able to retain them, to keep them. Okay? So sabi dyan, staffs are increasingly sophisticated. Pag sinabing sophisticated, hindi naman in a sense na maarte, no? But rather, yung mga staffs natin ngayon, yung mga employees na nag-a-apply, gusto na nila yung employer na kung saan may prinsipyo, may mga practices na sinusunod, may sistema na kung saan nagre-reflect din yon sa sarili nilang paniniwala. Because your employees serves as your ambassador. Okay? Yung employees mo in the future, sila din yung magsisilbing promoter mo. Sila din yung magsisilbing influencer mo because they can talk about how good your company operations is. Okay? Ibig sabihin, yung pagpapatakbo mo sa company environmentally wise ay maayos. So, word of mouth, di ba? Isang malaking marketing strategy, yung word of mouth. So, training in environment and sustainability issues helps to foster a strong company culture. So, we must continue having trainings, hindi lang skills, no? Hindi lang training sa skills, but rather training na may kinalaman sa environment. Training na may kinalaman sa sustainability. So by providing a cleaner, safer workplace, you can reduce the risk of causing health and safety problems for staff. Okay? And possibly even litigation. So maiiwasan yung magkakaroon ng kaso. Because, for example, if we don't practice yung paggamit ng safe cleaning materials, diba? It can cause, in a long run, pwedeng magkasakit yung mga empleyado natin, especially sa housekeeping department. If they are using chemicals na hindi, let's say, nakaka-harm ng health, for example, magkaroon sila ng mga lung problems na pwedeng makapag-cause ng problem sa health nila. Okay? So, even sa kitchen, kung hindi maayos yung ventilation ng kitchen, diba? Kung hindi maayos yung workplace, walang sense of ergonomics, diba? When we talk about ergonomics, it is about making sure that the system, the materials, diba, na ginagalawan natin, ginagamit natin ay compatible doon sa ating mga workers. So, by providing safe environment and workplace, malilesen natin yun. Malilesen natin yung problema ng mga staffs natin. So, local responsibility. So, syempre, hindi lang tayo sa company natin merong responsibility or merong trabaho. Okay? But rather, sa community, sabi dyan, local communities, we need to build good relationship. So, kung halimbawa, we choose to build a hotel sa Pantabangan, hindi lang ikaw yung i-consider mo doon. You have to consider the people within the area. Okay? The local community, yung mga neighborhoods. Okay? You have to take a leadership stance. Okay? So, dapat meron kang paninindigan. You have an opportunity to influence and educate the members of your local community. Even your guests. No? It's very important na even yung mga guests mo, yung mga turista, natututo din sila. There may be opportunities to help strengthen the local community by making it a priority to employ staff from the local area. So one of the responsibilities na ini-imply natin dito sa environmental management is for you to employ mga staffs galing doon sa local area. So if you are, let's say, again, building a hotel in Pantabangan, you have to make sure na kumuha ka ng mga staffs galing sa Pantabangan. Hire people locally so you can uplift their livelihood. You can uplift their lives. Okay? So, sourcing goods and services locally. So, choose a correct supplier. Choose a supplier that is reliable, that is accountable. Syempre, diba? And of course, mga suppliers na meron ding pakialam sa environment. So when undertaking renovation or extension projects, you should take into account the opinions of local residents. So yung sinasabi natin, kailangan kapag nag-extend ka, for example, ni-renovate mo yung area, nagkaroon ng extension yung property, dapat i-consider mo yung mga nakapaligid sa'yo, especially the locals, yung mga nakatira sa area. In favor ba sila doon? Hindi ba masasagasaan yung mga rights nila, yung mga livelihoods nila, yung lugar nila mismo? Baka kasi mamaya sila yung mapinsala. So therefore, take that into consideration. So at the end of the day, we want to safeguard the industry's future. Gusto natin na as a major stakeholder, it is in every hotel's interest to help protect the environment on which the travel and tourism industry depends. So, sabi natin, ang tourism industry, it creates a lot of jobs. Okay? We employ over 230 million people. Okay? Marami tayong natutulungan na tao. Okay? So, therefore, we need also to give back to our environment. So as a hotelier, as a future professionals, let's take into consideration to help our environment, consider environmental management program, and sense of sustainability. So that will be all for our discussion. Thank you very much for listening, and I hope you learned something today, and have a good day, everyone.